Hello everyone, it is Nibiru Watcher. It is March 15th, 2018, and I am on Bradley Cable's YouTube channel where he loaded a video from a high altitude balloon launch to nearly 80 to 90,000 feet. I will show you that, but I'm going to show you some captures. I don't think what they realized what they caught here, but this object here, every time the camera pans over this, when it hits the clouds, we see this object. We can also see this on the International Space Station. I'll tell you, that is the result of a lens focusing its beam onto our clouds. There's no way we should get a sun that evenly distributes the light all the way across the planet, not focusing it onto a set of clouds, nearly hexagonal. And then, as the balloon continues to launch, I'll show you that at the 1 minute 47 second mark, we can see the size of this sun here as it flashed in front. And then a little later in the video, we can see it changing to a much bigger, a little later in the video, right? This is from the same camera. Look at this. And look at this. That looks like a lens flare, right? Well, let's look at the different stops along this video. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes long. We could see that we didn't have the lens flare in this shot. We don't have it in this camera, but we noticed the varying sizes of the sun. And why is it lopsided? How about that one? How does that compete with this snapshot here? Excuse me. There we go. I'd say that's pretty dramatic. Look at these two sides on a single flight. Let's play this in slow motion. Watch this pass in front once again. I've got this slowed down to 1/4 speed. And watch the camera as it flashes in front. As it bobbles around, it really is spinning pretty quick. This happens pretty fast. Again, this is 1/4 speed of the actual video. Can take a couple of seconds. There we go. There's one. And then it's going to flash back up in front of the sun again. And there you go. It happens fast. But I'll leave a link for this in the description box. There you go. For the hardest critics and skeptics of the sun simulator, you got to ask yourself, why has the sun gotten bigger? Well, I believe that they do make it look bigger by changing the focal length of the lens in front of the fake sun. Why would they do this? Because our sun is losing its light to the Nemesis star as it approaches its perigee to our sun. And then as it leaves our sun in its 3,600-year cycle, it will charge back up and get brighter again. And the powers that be knew this. In order to keep things growing on the planet, they produced an artificial light source. It is kind of hard to capture a moment in time on a 2 hour and 16-minute video. Even when it's slowed down, it whips in front of the sun pretty fast. Again, we see the focal object right here. Again, we should be getting an even distributed light throughout this video. And you too can go to this video yourself. I would suggest you slow it down like I did. And look at that. There's a smaller sun again. So let's look at some other comparative. Here again, we see every time it goes underneath the sun, we see this object here. I had captured stills. I just paused it and opened up a new window so I can show you the different size differences. Look at this one on this video, the 1 minute 42-second mark. Again, we see it got smaller at this range, and here we see what I believe to be the actual sun source, and this is the lens projecting it, changing the focal length, making the sun bigger or smaller. Here's just simple captures. You can go and do this yourself from these launches. Look how big this thing has gotten. So there, look at that. Why would it change sizes? Why is there a spot on the Earth? So just like we have in this video, the adjustable focal length camera, how you can change the focal length, making it bigger or smaller. That's what our sun should be looking like. But when you focus it down to a tight beam, we're going to get something down to a hexagon.